I'd like to take a moment and thank all of you for gathering here today as we add recognition and worth to the beauty of love and to add our best wishes to the words uniting Lindsey and Rahul in marriage. This union of marriage is a mystical exchange of promises that offers you continued joy, affirmation, respect, and support for the rest of your lives. May your marriage bring you all the exquisite excitement that a marriage should bring, and may life grant you also patience, tolerance, and understanding. May you always need one another, not so much to fill your emptiness as to help you know your fullness. A mountain needs a valley to be complete. The valley does not make the mountain less, but more. And the valley is more a valley because it has a mountain towering over it. So let it be with you and with you. May you need one another, but not out of weakness. May you want one another, but not out of lack. May you entice one another, but not compel one another. May you succeed in all important ways with one another and not fail in the little graces. May you look for things to praise and often say, I love you, and take no notice of small faults. If you have quarrels that push you apart, may both of you hope to have good sense enough to take the first step back. May you enter into the mystery, which is an awareness of one another's presence, no more physical than spiritual, warm and near when you are side by side, and warm and near when you are in separate rooms or even in distant cities. May you have happiness, and may you find it making one another happy. May you have love, and may you find it loving one another.
Sure.
Lindsey and Rahul, you did it. All the planning and preparations, all the postponing, replanning, fingers crossing, toes crossing, you did it. You are here. Let's give them a round of applause, everybody. Come on, that was hard work getting up here. Yes, pat yourselves on the back. You both couldn't wait to be surrounded by friends and family ready to celebrate your amazing love. And after months of uncertainty about the future of our world, one thing has become more certain than ever, and that is that you two are both 100% committed to each other and to this journey. Lindsey is pretty excited about making it official and becoming husband and wife here in Canada. Rahul couldn't wait to see Lindsey, her parents, his sister, and his parents to celebrate the wedding. We're trying as hard as we can here with this Zoom. Hopefully there's going to be lots recorded and played back again and again from everybody's phones. We will make sure that they didn't miss any moments. They certainly are in our hearts today for sure. Rahul, knowing only Indian traditions, admits that he wasn't sure what to expect from a Canadian-style wedding, and we gave you a doozy this year, didn't we? 2020 was quite the year to get married. But one thing that you have known for certain, and one thing that's never changed, is how much you love Lindsey. This is something that's super special for her, and that's been most exciting for you, Rahul, is seeing her excitement and her busting with pride every time she looks at you. So I'm just going to talk to your parents here. Now, the marriage of Lindsey and Rahul brings together two different families, two sets of friends, and two unique storylines. And so a new chapter in their lives is going to begin to unfold. So Lindsey and Rahul wish for their marriage to be recognized and blessed by the support of their families. So to honor the uniting of these two families, they want to ask for the blessing of course, from Lindsey's parents, and they're going to carry the support of Rahul's parents as well. So if I could please ask Steve and Roseanne to please rise for just a moment. And of course, you're carrying the love of Rahul's parents here too, and of course the responsibility too. So you can have a conversation with them so that they understand the love and support that's here. So I'd like to ask you now, do you, the parents of Lindsey, and of course to the two of them as well, do you give your blessing to this beautiful couple, and will you promise them your continued love and support, and will you always uphold them in this marriage? If so, I want you to look at the two of them now, and please tell them by saying together, say, we do. Thank you so much. You may be seated again. And now at this time, I would like to call upon Michael Main. He's going to come and share a reading chosen by the bride and groom for today. Do you have your own there? You're good? Okay, and there's a microphone sitting there, right?
Thank you very much.
It's...
Are you sure?
Let me know if you can't hear me, please.
Use your teacher voice.
Is this, when you hear the minister speak about the balance between spiritual and physical, because that's the poem that we selected for today is about that. It's by a British romantic poet named Sir Lord Byron. And on June 11th, 1814, he was invited to a party in London, England, and he wasn't expecting very much, but very shortly after he arrived, he spotted a young woman across the parlor and was automatically smitten by her beauty. And Very soon he got enough nerve to approach her and begin to talk to her, and he found out how incredibly intelligent and wise and eloquent she was. And like Lindsey, our beautiful bride here today, who we're also proud of and we all love so much, it's about that balance that Lindsey has between inner beauty and incredible outer beauty. And I'll always celebrate that, Lindsey. Thank you. The poem that he wrote after a pretty restless night because he wasn't able to sleep. He was so smitten. It's called She Walks in Beauty. He wrote it the following morning. He wasn't able to sleep. She walks in beauty like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies, and all that's best of dark and bright, meet in her aspect and her eyes, thus mellow to that tender light which heaven to gaudy day denies. One shade the more, one ray the less, had half impaired the nameless grace which waves in every raven tress, or softened lightens o'er her face, where thoughts serenely sweet express how pure, how dear, your dwelling place. And on that cheek, and o'er that brow, so soft, so calm, yet eloquent, the smiles that win, the tints that glow, but tell of days in goodness spent, a mind at peace with all below, a heart whose love is innocent.
Thank you so much. Can we give him a round of applause, please?
Lindsey and Rahul, with both of you standing up here today on the day that your worlds are going to become one, I want you to really look at one another now and feel the love and the passion that you carry for each other and cherish this moment right here and right now. Marriage involves taking the words of two life stories and weaving them together on the same pages. Now let's look back at your first memories together and how you truly came to love one another so deeply. Because before this moment, you were many things to one another. Strangers, friends, lovers. Now let's go back. Lindsey and Rahul's love story began as merely an acquaintance to one another, right after Rahul moved to Canada to study for his MBA at Western. Lindsey and Rahul became companions and friends, just hanging out and getting to know each other. Their first date was spent with a bunch of mutual friends when they all attended the Norfolk County Fair in Simcoe, Ontario. It is often said that it is love that makes this world go round. However, without a doubt, it is friendship which keeps our spinning existence on an even keel. True friendship provides so many of the essentials for a happy life, and whether you two were looking for it or not, you were definitely finding it. After the fair, Lindsey invited Rahul to her Thanksgiving dinner at her extended families, and Rahul fit right in with everyone. He just jumped right into all the action with 2 feet in, and Lindsey knew right from the very beginning that this connection was something more than just a friendship. Sometimes the most unpredictable things in life can turn out to be the best days of your lives. So be sure to live in each moment and cherish every minute so you can grow and learn from your experiences together. You guys love to go for dinner dates and try out new restaurants, or enjoy a cozy night in, just spending time together, even if it's just a night on the couch while Rahul complains about the movie or TV shows that Lindsey is choosing to watch. Sometimes they cook together, trying out new recipes or digging out an old favorite. As long as they're together, that's all that matters. Rahul's favorite times are when you both discuss life on a much deeper level. But really, there isn't anything that he doesn't enjoy doing with you, Lindsey. He loves absolutely every part of this life. You two have and continue to demonstrate what true love really means. It means accepting someone for all that they are, good or bad, happy or sad, unconditionally. It's truly inspiring. One of the best days of Lindsey and Rahul's lives so far was their engagement. It happened in the summer of 2019, and Lindsey knew it was coming at some point. They had Skyped with his parents together and had an informal roka, which is an Indian engagement talk. Rahul knew that in the Western culture, proposing is a couple's event, and the groom-to-be decides the place and the timing. However, in this case, he wanted it to be different. He wanted it to be a family event. So he made all the parents aware of his plans and the timing. The only problem that summer was every time Lindsey thought it might be happening, she found herself becoming very disappointed and frustrated. But this one particular weekend, Rahul and Lindsey were set to move to the city for Rahul's new job. And it was quite obvious that Lindsey was not happy in doing so without being engaged. So on the Sunday when they were leaving, Lindsey was looking maybe a little bit grumpy. But they headed to the grocery store to run some routine errands. And meanwhile, Lindsey's mom had already reached their new home and decorated the place all up. Rahul asked Lindsey if he should stop by for a tank of gas, but Lindsey looked over and saw practically a full tank and said, no, let's go home. So they arrived at home, and Lindsey walked through the front door to see rose petals leading all the way to the living room, which was full of now roses and more petals, and then there were candles everywhere. Lindsey's sister and mom were filming the entire event, and that's when Rahul came up from behind with a huge smile on his face, and he dropped down to one knee to propose. He paused and looked at Lindsey, and he asked, should I say something? After a quick laugh, Lindsey said, yes, you need to say something. And Rahul then asked, okay, do you want to marry me? And Lindsey said, yes. Then he said, will you marry me? And here we are today. Rahul placed the ring, he gave Lindsey a quick kiss, and then turned to thank the family for helping make this happen. More family arrived, and then everyone Skyped Rahul's sisters and parents. The day was perfect, and exactly as Lindsey would have imagined Rahul proposing. Sort of planned, sort of by the seat of his pants, without a nice speech or any lengthy poetic words, but most importantly, filled with family and tons of love. Lindsey, you love how honest, kind, and considerate Rahul is. You admire that he gets super excited about anything in life, even the simplest of things. Rahul loves his family and friends in incredible ways, and he has an amazing willingness to try out new things. Having Rahul by Lindsey's side has taught her so many important values in life, like the importance of having lots of patience. Lindsey has learned that she is maybe not as patient as she thought she was, but she is proud to say she has grown to be more adaptive and to love herself in ways that she never even thought was possible. Rahul has made it possible for her to see herself through his eyes, and she thought, after seeing that, well, that's a beautiful thing. Lindsey admits that she often assumed things in life instead of communicating them, but now she has become much more productive in communicating her thoughts and feelings to Rahul. Lindsey is hoping that you two will always be learning more about each other and will always continue to explore and try new things together. When you can be inspired by the person that you're marrying, then you should celebrate that as one of the greatest gifts that you have as a couple. Rahul, you love Lindsey's intelligence and her analytical and reasoning skills. Lindsey is very mature in her thoughts. She likes to read and is a person with great understanding of the matter, something that Rahul truly admires and values about you, Lindsey. Because of Lindsey's love and support, Rahul has learned so much about himself too. He is not really the type of person to walk into a room, flick on the TV, but lately he has realized just how easy it is for him to watch what he calls super crap TV series, such as 90 Day Fiancé and The Big Bang Theory, all because of his love for Lindsey. And you know what? When someone is seen and appreciated in their own essence, they become instantly empowered to be all they can be. Rahul, are you flicking on the TV now and watching those TV series?
Nope.
Rahul is saying that as long as Lindsey is happy, that's what makes him feel more content and secure. Life can take them anywhere it wants to, as long as Lindsey is by his side. Rahul has transformed into the happiest and truest version of himself. You two share very realistic hopes and dreams for your future by wanting to continue with effective communication and to explore and keep planning these little adventures. When the timing is right, you're both excited to be first-time parents and to raise your family with the same values that you both have been raised with. Lindsey hopes that Rahul never stops lecturing her, even though sometimes maybe she already knows all about it. She needs it. She hopes that when you're both wrinkled and aged and living out your dreams, that you will look back on your lives with pride for all the things that you have accomplished in your lives thus far. Rahul is excited that you both have already completed your education in the last 2 years and you have already resumed your professional journey. He says stability is what's going to help consolidate that plan for long term, which he sees them raising a family together, building and supporting each other, both professionally and personally. Lindsey and Rahul complement each other in so many ways, and they vow to always support each other as they continue to each grow to their fullest potential. If you continue to do this, then your marriage is going to bring you all those exquisite excitements. And Lindsey and Rahul, right now, you are going to say a few words, and it's going to take you across the threshold of life. And after that, things will never be quite the same between you. Because after these vows, you will finally be able to say to this world, this is my husband, and this is my wife. So if you're ready, I'm going to ask you for your intentions for this marriage. I'm going to bring this in. Are you guys okay with me holding this on a stand for you? All right. Let's get it ready. Rahul, will you embrace Lindsey as your wife, as your companion and best friend for life? Will you treat her with love and devotion, honor and respect? And will you stand by her in the triumphs and tragedies of life as a faithful and caring husband?
I will.
Lindsey, will you embrace Rahul as your husband, as your companion and best friend for life? Will you treat him with love and devotion, honor and respect? And will you stand by him in the triumphs and tragedies of life as a faithful and caring wife?
I will. I will.
It's twice.
Now I'm going to ask you to state the promises and vows which you have chosen to define and shape your marriage. So I'm going to hold this. Oh, do you want to hold it?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah? Okay, you pop that right out of there. And hold it and just repeat after me. Lindsey, I take you
Lindsey, I take you
to be my lawfully wedded wife.
to be my lawfully wedded wife.
Before these witnesses,
Before these witnesses,
I vow to love you
I vow to love you
and care for you
and care for you
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
I take you
I take you
with your faults and strengths
with your faults and strengths
as I offer myself to you
as I offer myself to you
with all my faults and strengths.
with all my faults and strengths.
I will help you when you need help
I'll help you when you need help
and turn to you when I need help.
and turn to you when I need help.
I choose you
I choose you
as the person
as a person
with whom I will spend my life.
with whom I will spend my life.
Go ahead and pass the microphone over to Lindsey. And you look at Rahul and repeat after me. Rahul, I take you
Rahul, I take you
to be my lawfully wedded husband.
to be my lawfully wedded husband.
Before these witnesses,
Before these witnesses,
I vow to love you
I vow to love you
and care for you
and care for you
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
I take you
I take you
with all your faults and strengths
with all your faults and strengths
as I offer myself to you
as I offer myself to you
with all of my faults and strengths.
with all of my faults and strengths.
I will help you when you need help
I will help you when you need help
and turn to you when I need help.
and turn to you when I need help.
I choose you
I choose you
as the person with whom
as the person with whom
I will spend my life.
I will spend my life.
Okay, I'll take the microphone back here. All right, Kaden, could we have those rings brought forward now, please? And he's going to hand them to you guys. So you just hold that box open, slide your
Thank
ring
you.
over to your. Do you have an engagement ring? No, you're good. Okay,
Yeah, I've got love somewhere.
that's okay. Okay, so Lindsey, if you could start the ring now on Rahul's finger. And as you play, okay, and then repeat after me. As you place the ring on his finger, please say these words. I, Lindsey, get you. I can't reach you.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this right. I, Lindsey,
I, Lindsey,
give this ring to you, Rahul,
give this ring to you, Rahul,
as a symbol of my commitment
as a symbol of my commitment
to love,
to love,
honor,
honor,
and respect you.
and respect you.
Go ahead and finish putting that on. Okay, Rahul, get that ring. Okay, Rahul, could you please take that ring now intended for Lindsey, and as you place the ring on her finger, please say these words. I, Rahul, give to you, Lindsey,
I, Rahul, give to you, Lindsey,
this ring
this ring
as a symbol of my commitment
as a symbol of my commitment
to love, honor,
to love, honor,
and respect you.
and respect you.
Go ahead and finish. So I'm going to skip over the engagement ring, right? Just hold each other's hands. I would like to call upon Kiera now, Dewhurst, to please share a reading chosen by Lindsey and Rahul for today. There's a microphone down there. Do you see it? Okay.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease we pass to all too short a date. Sometimes too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is the gold complexion dimmed. And every fair from fair sometime declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair louse. Nor shall death drag thou wanderest in his shade, which in eternal lines to time thou growst. So long as men can breathe and eyes can see, so long lives thee, this and so long lives thee.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kiera. Can we give her a round of applause, please? Okay, we're going to step aside now for the signing of the marriage registry, and if I can ask Brittany and Ryan to come and join us as witnesses, and then I promise you will be back to share with your first kiss as husband and wife. So Lindsey and Rahul, first of all, I want to thank the two of you for falling in love. It is the reason that we are all gathered here together to celebrate. May life bring you beautiful moments full of togetherness and love that leave you with memories to warm your souls for many years to come. May you discover new ways to appreciate the great gifts you have as a couple. May you have all the time you want to enjoy the magic and wonder of your love. May you look ahead with faith and confidence that the coming years will be your best ever. And most of all, may you share all of this for as long as you live and love together. So take one last look around, because with everyone here by your side, give them a wave, guys. They just expressed and confirmed their love to one another with the joining of hands and the exchange of rings. Therefore, with the authority given to me by this province, I pronounce that you are right here, right now. You did it. You are finally husband and wife. Lindsey and Rahul, please go ahead. You may now share your first kiss as husband and wife. And keep that clapping coming, guys. We don't want to break the silence here. You can give her back her beautiful bouquet now, Brittany. And you guys, all out here in your chairs, if you're able to, please stand. We have a bride and groom to properly present. Keep those hands clapping. We want to warm ourselves up. It is an honor to present for the very first time, Mr.